Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining this session. So, this is Sohan Notial, or this is Dr. Sohan Notial. So, typically, this is 1 hour window open for discussion with all project managers, and who are interested to get into project management role. Or typically, what kind of responsibilities a typical project manager will have, that will be discussed. And this is today we'll have a recap of what we have discussed yesterday. Yeah, and then going in detail about what all the different project activities typically we come across. Based on my experience, I would be sharing my experience with all of you. So that's the thing. And let me share my screen. Hi there. So welcome to this 1 hour discussion on on project management with project management and professionals from with the PMP from Project Management Institute PMI. And I am Dr. Sohan Nautial, so uh, Director and CEO for uh, Tele- Technology Allied Systems, which is based at Bangalore, registered at Bangalore, and we have offices at North, at Gurgaon, as well as in Uttarakhand. So, having said that, my email ID is sohanln@gmail.com, and official email ID as sohan@tlitesystems.com. So please feel free to be in touch touch with me, and you can definitely post any questions, and we can I can definitely give them a reply. It could be intermediate, but definitely I will be sharing, replying to all the mails queries which is being asked. So having said that, this is a quick recap of what we discussed yesterday, and today we'll be having a quick recap of this. Project management is required. Why it is required? To systematically planning systematically, execute, monitor, and complete work so that objectives are achieved within the defined constraint. So that's important. Whatever work has been defined, that is achieved it by executing, planning, and proper monitoring. And typically within that scope and within that time frame, and within that cost and the quality, agreed quality. Without structured management, complex initiatives tend to suffer from delays. So, if there is no structured way of project management, then there are a lot of challenges. It could be cost overruns, miscommunication, and failure to meet stakeholder expectations, which is very important. Meeting stakeholder expectation is the first thing, because they are the one who are the sponsors, right? Below are the main reasons organization require project management. Why project management is required? That's what we are recapping. And there is a clear goal definition and algorithm. Project management ensures that objectives, deliverables, and success criteria are clearly defined in before execution. So everything are success criteria are clearly defined before execution. What are the key benefits? Aligns project goals with organization strategy, then defines scope and prevents uncontrolled changes. Like if there are any, there could be some scope creep. Then establish measurable success metrics. Example in AI implementation project in finance, for example, there could be there could be goal that they want to reduce 30% of the fraud happening. So reducing fraud detection time by 30%. So that's the goal, and towards that goal, team is executing the project. And the second one, efficient resource utilization. Whatever resources, either it is a human resource or even you know some of the non-human resources that needs to be in the project while executing, it has to be efficiently used, and so that involves uh, project involves people, technology, budget, and time. Right? So project management ensures these resources are used efficiently. So people, technology which is used, the budget also, and the time it should be efficiently used. And functions includes resource allocation, budget planning, workforce scheduling of the workforce, technology planning. Without project management, teams may, because there might be duplication of work, the overuse certain resources, underutilize certain skills, overuse and underutilization of the skills. Then identifying risk and then control of the risk. Every project carries technical risk, it could be financial risk also, and operational risk. Project management includes structured risk management process. It needs a structured risk management process like risk identification, then risk analysis, mitigation planning, and monitoring and response. Example in an AI model deployment project, risk might include data bias, then regulatory compliance issues, and model drift. So these are the typical risk which you could see in case of AI projects. Then structured planning and execution. Why the project is required? Because it is a way of structured planning, and based on that it is executed. Project management provides methodology and frameworks to guide the execution. So they use the methodology and the frameworks like waterfall model, agile, Scrum, Prince2, PMBOK framework from PMI. So these are the different framework or methodology it is being used by the different project, and then some of the planning components which they in work brain WBS, that is a work breakdown structure. Then Gantt chart is created for each activities or number of activities. There's a milestone defined, and for the release of the release of the project in phases with some milestones, and if the dependencies to be identified. Then stakeholders communication is very important because communicating to all stakeholders and appraising them about the project regularly is very important because we need to ensure that the project is meeting the stakeholders' expectation. Stakeholders could be sponsors, customers, team members, vendors, regulators. Then project management establishes a communication plan to so everyone stays informed and aligned. So that's no, they are typically uh, all communication plans, and to everyone it stays informed and aligned. Benefit of reduce misunderstanding. So why communication is it? So there is a clear understanding with all the stakeholders. Improve decision making so that the right decision is being done. Enhance transparency. Enhance transparency is there, then improves decision making, reduce misunderstanding. Then comes the quality assurance. That's very important. Quality of the work which is delivered. The project management introduces quality control and assurance process to ensure deliverables meet required standards. So deliverables, whatever is there, it meets required standards. What are the tools being used? The quality metrics, testing frameworks, review and audits. Example, in software or AI projects, quality management ensures models are accurate, secure, and reliable. Then comes the time and cost control. And every for every project, it should be time bound. Right? A core role of project management is to ensure the project are completed on schedule and within budget. So on schedule and within budget is very important. The techniques include the critical path method (CPM) is being used, and earned value management (EVM), then schedule tracking. This helps organization avoid project failure due to delay or cost overruns. Accountability and governance. Project management defines roles, responsibility, and decision authority. Typical roles are project sponsor, then project manager, technical manager, technical lead, schedule stakeholders. The governance ensure clear ownership of deliverables and decisions. So just to summarize it, project management is required to ensure the projects are organized, controlled, and successfully delivered. So it is organized, controlled, and successfully delivered. It enables organization to achieve strategic objectives, control cost and schedule, manage risk effectively, coordinate teams and stakeholders, deliver high quality results. So these are the key things which is expected. So that's one thing which I thought of discussing. And if you have any queries, we can definitely get into that discussions. So these are the typical things which I thought of just discussing with all of you. And during this 1 hour window, please feel free to ping. And if you have any questions, please ask any questions. Do you have any questions in live chat, please feel free to ask. And apart from this, I thought of just discussing with you all about the new edition which project management PMI has come out, and what is there in the new edition, and for aspiring project managers, and who would like to go for certifications would definitely have an opportunity to discuss. So that's also I will be discussing now. I will be sharing that. So project management book of knowledge. The next new edition is the eighth edition, and so there are a couple of changes in uh, this edition, and this is being prepared by their group of people or practitioners, and who has updated this PMBOK. So no, and taking the regular inputs from different experts or practitioners in project management. So this is evidence-based, globally represented PMI research and expert selection driving credibility. So based on certain criteria, so this edition has been created. So the research scale 48,000 data points collected in 2023. Extensive quality and quantitative practitioners input. So based on the practitioners input and the data collected, this is updated. A selective volunteer process uh, produced two globally diverse subject matters teams, um, rigorous selection to ensure geographic and practice diversity. So based on the global experts and the practitioners, this document was created, and why it matters: increase credibility and global applicability. So it is not only one country, but multiple countries have come together as a practitioners and provided their input. Based on that, this particular uh, um, edition is being published. Then, how exactly this development has been done, and development and review team composition process. There's a double blind, so the separate team work, uh, you know, isolated, and it has taken around 18 months. Then global practitioners input and selection process. Choose some 12 development subject matter experts from 10 countries and 12 reviewers from 8. So so it's not a very simple process, but it's a stringent and very stringent process which is being followed. Independent development, double blind, and teams work separately in a double blind process to reduce bias. So, in order to reduce the bias, separate team in have worked. Then iterative validation, a repeated cycle of review and refinement across the industry and the approaches. Then finalization and validation in a material consolidated into the 8 edition in after 18th. Validation by the community. In two public round produced over 12,000 comments, two rounds of public feedback, more than 12,000 practitioners' comments was included. Then diverse language approach and industry perspective. Input reflects a very context and practice worldwide. Apply guidance by aligning selected inputs to the context. A tailored adaptation based on which the community inputs matches your organization. Summary of changes are divided into four key areas and key terms and concept update. Expressed revised terminology across guidance. Align team language to new definitions. Updates templates and knowledge repository. Train practitioner on key concept shift. Then the key principles were redefined, adapt clarified guiding principles in decisions, reframe governance reflects defined principles, use principles to resolve trade-off consistently, review project control against new principles. So the principles have been defined over here. Reintroduction of process group as focus areas. So the process groups have been reintroduced that will be going in detail. Project management performance domain update. An expert recognized domain-based guidance, and even there are some changes in the performance domain guidance. There were some duplicates of KPIs and the process, so that has been defined over here. Updated key terms and the concepts. Updated definitions for project and project management. So certain terms were updated. Motivating shifts. Timelines, global accessibility, focus on value. Affects portfolio program and the project practitioners. Um, Practical steps. Review, governance, contracts, stakeholder communication. Ultimate goal is align the language to improve clarity, value delivery, and access. So typically, if you see, um, the project management principles has been have a new dimensions and new that has been updated. So here in as part of the principles, project management principles, adapt a holistic view. That's one thing. Then focus on delivery, and build an empowered culture or embedded quality. Integrate quality into uh, process to prevent defects and ensure fit for purpose delivery. Then be an accountable leader, drive ownership, clear decision rights, and visible accountability across the team. And then integrate sustainability and build an empowered culture. So these are the key principles, and reintroduction of process groups as focus areas, like initiating and define during that process group, basically defining objectives, stakeholders, and authorization to start the project. Then, as part of the planning, develop scope, schedule, resources, and tailored approach to reach outcomes. Then, as part of executing phase, coordinate people and resources to deliver the project work. Then comes monitoring and controlling, track and performance manage changes and ensure alignment to the objectives. Then comes the closure, finalize the deliverables, obtain acceptance, and capture lesson learned. So these are the uh, focus areas process group as part of the process group. So the how exactly the process groups process management focus areas are mapped with the performance domain. So here the governance comes into picture, then scope, schedule, finance, stakeholders, resource, and risk. Then they are aligned with the focus groups, focus areas based on the initiating the focus areas, planning, executing, monitoring and control, and closing focus areas. So, so we'll be going in detail about this in next session. So that's what I thought of just sharing. Thanks for your time. So that's the things which typically we are going to discuss as part of the project management and with the group. So what exactly I would like to have in this forum is that this particular window will be open for 1 hour, where we'll be talking about different projects, because I come with corporate experience and even government experience, both in India and as well as in Japan. And in Japan, I have worked with government for two projects, for two main projects. One is NTT, and the other was in AC Japan. So we have a wide range of experience. So as per my experience, that the technology keeps changing. Okay, and we need to adapt the technology what is required at this point of time, and which will be accepted by the different people or different stakeholders. So because earlier, it was typical client server technology. Then there has come cloud-based technology, and then AI-based. Yes, so for that, based on that, there are different frameworks have come: MVC architecture, then MVT. These are the different frameworks on Java, or your use of Python language, or uh, and another recent technology as well. And so the other Django's or the different framework with MVT, and how exactly this could be used used for different applications to call a API based application, or it could be anything. So this is so evolving and changing, and there is a no disruption in the technology, so which we come across normally. So it doesn't mean that we need to adapt. We need to adapt the technology and appraised about it to all the stakeholders, so that they are also used to use of the technology. Because for example, nowadays people are more used to having whole thing in hand, that is on mobile. So even people have reduced using desktop or laptops, right? So much of the people, unless and when they are the coder or in technical line, in most of the things are done on mobile. So application has to develop in such a way that it is handy. So it could be mobile application, where from which is being regularly used by the public, or this typically by the citizens. So that's what I thought of just discussing and sharing for today. And so we'll be going in detail tomorrow, and for other things about project management. Thank you. Thanks for your time.